decreases your self-confidence and adds to feelings of helplessness.
Now stop. You remember when Crystal was reading it yesterday and she was reading all over and stuff like that? Jay was like, verbal, that's kind of verbal abuse. If I'd be like, well, why are you reading so low? Like, what? Do you know what it's saying? Why are you reading so slow? That's a form of, or if someone keeps calling you stupid or retarded or stuff like that, that's a form of verbal abuse. Do you recall this now?
Stop verbal abusing me.
I ain't done nothing.
Okay, as y'all see, I just broke it down to them. You know, you kind of, let me say this, because I'm trying to like get it together and think of all how I want to actually say this or articulate what I'm saying, because anything that I say that's out of pocket, you know, it always goes to the kid's attorney, then it goes to my attorney, then it goes to the judge, and you know, all this other stuff. So anything that I say always be took out of context or whatever. So I'm gonna make sure that I say speak clearly and speak stuff as how I have got the information and stuff like that, right? So with that being said, y'all seen when I was telling Carter, you know, you remember when Jay did this, you remember when Jay did that. Like, it's like me saying, why are you reading so low? Carter is reading low, y'all, because Carter wants to really go play not Fortnite, but Call of Duty. So he just and trying to hurry up and get through it. And I'm the type of parent that the more you try to sit here and rush and do what the fuck you want to do, the longer I'm going to sit here and take on doing what the fuck y'all need to know. Because Call of Duty gonna be there regardless. Call of Duty ain't finna pay your bills. Call of Duty ain't finna help you not be in jail. Call of Duty is not finna help you know your motherfucking actual rights that you need to know. Call of Duty ain't doing none of that shit. So, miss me. But Carter was laughing. Clearly, Carter and Chris don't feel as if I'm verbally abusing them. They were joking. And I just have to say this because people like to take stuff out of context or whatever. When Krista said that at the end of the video, that's why I left it in, because she's joking or whatever. She's like, stop verbally abusing me and stuff like that, like being funny. They're 10 and 12, so yeah. And also, this is not to even, I'm not recording this stuff to like pick on them. It's just showing like us actually having an educational moment or whatever. Stuff that we do at my house is different from what other people do at their house. I can't sit here and tell them what they need to be doing at their house. Yeah, like I said, that's a whole nother story. But it's not to like pick on them or anything like that. It's just to like kind of let y'all come into our world and see the things that we do and the stuff that I feel like is fun or educational. At the end of this video, y'all will see them eating popcorn because we watch movies. We chill over here. Like, my kids don't have no issue. I don't have certain issues with my kids at my house, because I treat them like kids. Like, they know certain stuff I'm telling them for their benefit for when they get older, and I'm not just, you know, yelling at them. It's just a whole different vibe over here because, you know, it's just a whole different vibe. It always has been and always will be a whole different vibe over here where we stayed. But yeah, I had wanted them to understand what verbal abuse was, kind of like what I was saying earlier in the video. So when people are saying that a certain person is verbally abusing them, that they understand how serious verbal abuse is and I actually understand what it is. So the next thing that we go on is law. What's the definition of law, Crystal? Because you remember this.
I don't remember the definition, but I know what a law is.
What is it like?
Or if you were speeding and then...
So you remember last night when you said a law is like a rule? Mm-hmm. That's more of the definition of it. All right, y'all, so I'm gonna be honest. I had to cut Crystal down because she went, I don't know what the fuck, y'all, but I'm asking her what is a law, and last night she answered that like she had a definition before I even had to give her a definition, or she knew what it was before I had to, before we even start studying the definitions or whatever. So when I'm like, what is a law? And she's like speeding, what she continued to say is if you're speeding and the police get behind you and write you a ticket, he writing you a ticket because you broke a law. But that's like, that's way, it ain't way off, but it ain't what the fuck a law is. I mean, speeding is breaking a law, but what is a law? So I was trying to get her to understand that, like, I'm asking you what is a law, not how you break the law or what do you do to break the law. What is a law? The night before that, she said a rule. A law is like a rule that you're breaking, and like she's correct with that. Like that's why, like, for the people that don't know, a law, when a judge writes up an order or have an order written up and a judge sign on it, or a judge rule this and judge rule that, the order basically can violate your fucking amendments if you don't know your goddamn amendments. But an order, a motherfucker can write what the fuck ever they want to write in an order. But see, that same court order makes it law. So let's just say, for instance, when it came to me getting Carter and Crystal from school or whatever, when I take them this fucking court order, guess what? Whether I'm on the fucking pickup list or not, them motherfucking kids going with me on the days they supposed to be going with me. That's why this person took these kids out of Cabot School District and for a while put them in Lone Oak School District or whatever. Because Cabot, like, bitch, we doing shit legally over here. Like, this motherfucker brought us our ID and she brought us this motherfucking order. This person is this motherfucker. Friday, we'll see you Friday. Like, or we gonna see you Monday when you come pick them up for they 2 days or whatever the fuck. Like, Cabot, they like, bitch, we're not gonna break a law because they understand that the order is put in place for that. Like, matter of fact, Cabot School District is like way better than Lone Oak, and like that's just another video, but I will say Cabot School District far as with parents that's dealing with shit like this or dealing with a narcissistic person or a narcissistic manipulative other person in cases or whatever, they're good with you just sending them a motherfucking order and them being like, bitch, this is in the order, she had rights to see her goddamn kids. We don't got shit to do with that. Like, you can come get your damn kids, ma'am, but if you sitting here violating the order, you doing this shit on your own time, but we're not gonna get in this damn legal bullshit. So, yeah. Alright. So, what is evidence law?
Evidence law?
Yeah, y'all just talking.
Evidence is like, it's like you have to have evidence for something. Like, if, like what I said, if Jackson stole Julian's cookie and Julian recorded it and then showed it to you, then he had like evidence that he freaking stole his cookie.
Correct.
And then he get a new cookie.
Now what is false? Alright, y'all, so I don't know if I recorded, but yeah. So I don't know if I caught it on recording or not, but I'll basically ask them, they know the difference with definitions far as like regular evidence and law evidence. So they do understand that, like, if I do record something legally, I can present that, you know, for evidence in the court of law. Like, if a person says this and says that or whatever, a recording of this person doing said thing is evidence that you can use in a court of law versus just regular evidence that somebody did something. Like, it is a difference, and I want them to know the difference or whatever, all the things that I have. So, like, to put it in perspective for stuff that's going on in my regular everyday life. So, boom, this custody case. Since I'm talking about Carter and Crystal, I'm gonna use a lot of reference to this custody case. So we haven't got to this point yet, but I am gonna teach my kids different definitions. But I will say, in this custody case, I'm allegedly saying that the judge is racist. I'm supposed to say this in the video, right? Y'all send the kid's attorney every motherfucking thing else. Why didn't you send the kid's attorney and the judge the proof of me saying that the judge is racist? Well, where's this evidence at? Like, I can't find the fucking evidence to me saying this. But you know what? Like, but there will be like law stuff like, here's a recording of her actually saying this, or here's the link to the video of her saying that you're racist. Mind you again, y'all, dealing with this case, this is something that I'm supposed to have said. Dealing with this particular case, the other side never have law evidence. They never have factual evidence of me doing something. But yet, I'm always fucking pinned to I did it. Whether or not this person can prove that I did it, because that's what court is about. You're supposed to come to court and prove something beyond a reasonable fucking doubt, right? Felicia and Felicia attorney already know that if y'all sit here and make this alleged shit stick, this person already feel a certain way about me or whatever, right? So you already feel this particular judge already feels as if I'm like the angry fucking black woman. And it's not that I'm an angry black woman, it's just the fact that I don't see shit funny. I don't see the point of why the fuck I need to come in court and put a smile on my face as if we're not talking about two children.
To make it look real, but it's fake. I guess that's kind of how
Yep.
I put it last time.
Carter, what is our item, since Crystal's asking? Also, far as with me asking them what item is, I asked them what item was so they can understand what their own attorney is, so they can understand why I even asked for them to have a item. I will say this, y'all. The case more than likely be closed before I sit here and do a video about my feelings or what I think about this particular item. Yep.
It's basically a judge for y'all to speak.
No, sir.
No.
What is our item?
Oh wait, that's the attorney?
Yep. Attorney for who though?
Us?
Kids.
Kids?
Okay. What type of cases do items have?
They have like.
Alright, y'all. So, like I was saying earlier, like I wanted them to know what item was and what's the point of that item, what benefit would an item have for them, so they can understand. Like, an item is basically so they don't have to go to court. An item's supposed to take what the kids say, where they want to go live at, why they want to live here, why they don't want to live here, all that other type of shit. That's what item's supposed to do. And item also supposed to study the home and study the homes that both kids are in, like not both kids are in, but the homes that the child or children are in. That item come, they do a home visit. They can do as many home visits they want to. They can pop up when the fuck ever they want to. They can let you know when the fuck they popping up and be like, hey bitch, I'm on my way. I'll be there in about 30 minutes or whatever. They can do that, or they can do the route that she said that she's gonna take, which is just basically popping the fuck up. To me, that's the best route any goddamn way, so I really didn't have no objections with that particular part with that shit, because it's like, I mean, how the fuck else would you know if something is going on? But at the same time, to me, that's still like a warning, like, bitch, I will pop up when the fuck ever I feel like it. So whatever the fuck you've been doing or what the fuck ever you used to fucking doing, motherfucker, make sure you're not doing it while I'm fucking on this goddamn case. So yeah, that's still kind of, to me, still giving you a heads up. But the item that we had at first, like, she'd be like, hey, I'm coming this day. What the fuck are y'all gonna be doing? Are y'all gonna be at the goddamn house, bitch? Because I don't got time to be wasting my mama for gas or time. And she would show up or whatever and stuff like that. So a lot of us could do either or, but I also wanted them to know that they allow them, show them loyalty. Whatever the fuck they tell they fucking allow them, they're not gonna come back and tell us or whatever. So I want them to understand what our item was and also understand what type of cases they see, and understand that like items don't just see custody cases or just on their case or whatever. Also to understand that item, Carter was saying, I don't know if I can find that clip or not, but Carter also went along and said, you know, item are for kids, but also for grown-ups as well. And he was going on to say that they also for grown-ups with like a disability or something like that, where they talk to those people, whatever. So that was the whole thing about the item and why they even had this as a definition. People of African American, yep, went missing. All right, y'all. So since Crystal was like on her shit, I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all the question I asked. I asked them how many African American men, women, and children were missing last year, and as y'all seen, the answer was 800,000. That was a question. That is a question that I asked them mainly for Carter benefit and for Crystal benefit. They kind of tell you later on in the video why it's important for them to know how many people are missing and why it's such a big deal. But I mainly wanted them to know this shit because even though they're biracial, even though Felicia is white and I'm black, society look at y'all like they don't give a fuck. Like if they're whatever the fuck they doing to black people, don't fucking feel as if you're above that because you have other people that are privileged as another parent. You know what I'm saying? So I want them to understand why certain stuff is so important and why I worry about them with certain things or doing certain things in an aspect. I want them to know what's going on in the world because to society, to anybody that pull up on them, they still just somebody. That's how they're gonna look at it, unfortunately. And I also want them to understand that that's how they're going to be looked at and why they're going to be looked at as that or whatever. You know, if you have a certain amount of fucking black in you, you're still considered like a minority. So, yeah. Oh, Caesars. You know what that is?
No.
Freedom from unreasonable search and seizures. It's kind of like wasn't a point of why you are doing it. That's your Fourth Amendment. A lot of people have this amendment violated all the time. Violated because either their attorney don't know or they don't know that they have rights. So can't no one just, you're minding your own business and search and seize. Search and seizures. I want them to understand, like, a lot of African Americans had this right violated. Like, or they will come up with a fake, you know, reason why they're even stopping them, searching them, or seizing them. But like, it's so they can understand when some African Americans are out here getting shot or whatever for not doing this or not doing that, they're already having their fucking amendments violated, because you can't just walk up on someone just because, let's just say you're walking down the damn street. They don't have no fucking calls, they don't have nothing. You're walking down the street, you're minding your own motherfucking business. A motherfucker stop you for one, and then they proceeds to get out their car, they search you, and then they find for whatever the fuck reason that they want to arrest you and put you, you know, in the back of a fucking car. That's a violation of your fucking amendments. Like, and a lot of people don't know that. People don't know. And like, I can't just sit here and say that they had these phones, they don't know them, because basically I'm just not learning a lot of this stuff myself, or relearning a lot of stuff for myself. But it's ridiculous how much they know. Like, it's just ridiculous how much the system know that most people don't know this shit, or if they do know it, they don't know really how to legally use it and stuff like that. And you know, they know that shit, or sometimes they don't know that stuff or whatever. So when you tell them, hey, this is my amendment right, like, can't no sis, like, we over here minding our own fucking business, we're in our backyard, we grilling. You can't just come in here, open my door and seize me. So another thing that I want to say, well, you know, search my house and seize my stuff without a warrant. You can't just, like, a lot of stuff that be going on in my community is illegal as the fuck. And I'm speaking on my community, not because I don't give a fuck about nobody else's community, but my community is the only community that I can fucking relate to, seeing that I'm fucking black. So yeah, a lot of stuff will be about the black community. You don't like that type of content, you're in the wrong spot. I was gonna say something else, but it slipped my mind, so maybe I'll think about it later on.
That's unreasonable.
So, what do y'all think double jeopardy is?
I don't know.
Jeopardizing stuff.
Double jeopardy? You can't get in trouble for the same crime twice, basically. But let's just say that double jeopardy is like Carter snuck that BB gun to school, right? And he was suspended he had to homeschool for 60, 70 days, however, right? Now, in August, Carter's supposed to be able to go back to school, right? Well, if the school's like, well, nah, you can't come back because you did this.
Where you can't get in trouble for the same thing.
Yep. But what is freedom? Freedom. Everyone comes to America because they be seasoned for freedom. Freedom to free a will and stuff like that. He's just not even trying, Crystal. What's in trouble for the same thing? I don't think they even understand what double is, which means you're doing the stuff the same. You're basically, someone is judging you based on trying to charge you with a crime that you have already been charged on or against. And like I said, I have a lot of this going on in the same case, and I also have a lot of this going on with my traffic stuff. Like, so your phone. Yeah.
FEIZ. Capitating someone or something using force?
Not capitating, apprehending or using force.
Capturing.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I know this is gonna be petty boost, but y'all see Crystal, like, and also it stops or whatever because we're still talking about like amendments, and like I want them to understand what these big words are. So like these big words, they don't understand what they are or the meaning of them, and that's kind of why some of the definitions became in place, or why I'm like explaining it to them where they can like absorb it and like retain it or whatever. Also, what I was gonna say, y'all see how Crystal read that definition, because like it was like certain stuff in there she don't know what it means. So I'm like I said earlier in this video, Carter and Crystal have phones. They both have iPhone 10s, I believe. I believe they both are 10s or whatever. I might get them an 11, I don't know. But they both have 10s or whatever. So y'all got these 1,000 and up and better phones. Motherfucker, you better use Google, because Google tell you everything. Just don't Google shit when you have a cold, because Google tell you that you got HIV, you got COVID, and you about to die. But other than that, Google is a very handy dandy notebook type shit. So like I had her Google it and read it and see if she understands it when she Google it and read like the wording and the definitions and things of that nature. And also it's like to explain to them, like if they have any questions, that's what I'm here for. If you don't know what I think comprehending someone is or whatever the word was, and season, I think they didn't know the word either. Like look it up, look up the definition. Like y'all had these phones and Crystal was into it, as y'all saying, because Crystal's writing down the definitions or whatever. But yeah, it just still, it tripped me out because Crystal read it and she was like, the fuck is this shit? Nigga, I don't know, because I don't know what you reading. You reading this on your phone, man.
Like if I use force to push this table.
Yep. And what is capturing something?
Taking something without their consent.
Somewhere like that. Like, let's just say. And then the video just kind of skips or goes to something else because as I was talking to them, I don't think I recorded it. Or if I did, I thought I had already saved it and I didn't. So it just, this part of the video just kind of skips to somewhere else. Oh yeah, and I had Carter reading because he wasn't doing absolutely nothing. And Crystal's writing down definitions because like I said, Crystal's really into like learning new things and learning stuff like that. Like she finds that stuff interesting, kind of like I do. So while she was reading her definitions, while she was writing down her definitions and stuff like that of other words that she wanted to know what they meant and she didn't want to forget them, I had him reading because he wasn't doing nothing else but looking like he was salty like he was doing because he was ready to go play Call of Duty. Y'all, these kids, these preteen boys and these damn video games, y'all.
Civil cases.
The right of what? Trial?
The right of trial by jury in civil cases. You have a right to.
What is a trial?
A trial?
Mm-hmm.
Trials.
Don't you get like trials when you get to like do work, like you try?
No, a trial.
Oh.
What number are you on, Carter? Yeah. And what is the jury?
The judge?
No, the judge can't be a judge in the jury. It's supposed to be. A jury is a set of, Jay, it's a 6 people or 10 or 12? Or do it just depends on the case? It's a set of, I think, 12 people, and they hear a testimony. You know what a testimony is?
A testimony?
Yep, know this if you want to be a lawyer.
A testimony?
Yeah.
Testimony.
Is it kind of like
an ejection?
As y'all see how this whole, like, one definition leads to this question, and it leads to this, and it leads to that. I know that they're not fully going to understand, like, having, I think they were on a